Hello guys, F1 is fully back. F1 FP2 today was released and we can see the cars in their full glory, and now we can know probably who is sandbagging and who is not sandbagging. Mercedes was clearly sandbagging and now we know they are full up to speed. Mercedes are fully homologated their fuel through Petronas, so all their customer team are fully homologated, and it was nice seeing everybody back. But in the FP1 we saw Lando Norris spent half of the session in the pit lane because of a transmission issue. We saw in FP2 George Russell had a tangle with Avril Lindblad. Now you start to understand why not just the rookies were rookies, because he will now understand that when he was a rookie he did some of this, you know, all those things. But funny enough, it was a good FP1 session and FP2 session all through this morning. It was very interesting seeing how the cars perform, and for me I think they might not go to the 1 minute 16s in which they could qualify with the older cars, or they will go towards the 1 minute 18s in qualifying early tomorrow morning. We're going to probably 1 minute 17s. Those cars are fast, but I think if FIA can make them harvest more on the MG UK, they will surely do a beautiful job, especially on the street when they are losing more power and they are clipping. Now we saw on turn 9 a lot of drivers were making mistakes, and I think it's a setup issue in which they would work on and get into. But these cars in their glory look very, very interesting. Aston Martin could not do any run except for I think 3 laps in the FP1 and some few laps in FP2. Fernando Alonso could not even do anything in FP1. He was just sat in the garage. And I don't want to talk about what people were talking about Aston Martin, that they may not be able to have a full run or have anything to run around in the Australian GP because they don't have parts. They've not really understood their car. But for the past 2 days, we've heard, and it's becoming realistic, that the car is not drivable, because Fernando Alonso said running 25 laps in the car, the hands will go numb, and that might cause paralysis. While Lance Stroll, the younger one, is saying 15 laps is even too much. I was like, hey, 15 laps is too much, then the vibration is too much. And I think this vibration is a dual cause of both Adrian Newey and Aston Martin. Adrian Newey in the extreme design, and Aston Martin in trying to understand the concept of the engine and engineering of the battery, which is causing vibration, which is accepting so much vibration and is making it not to work optimally. So I think it's going to be a very, very huge one to come around, because this is getting really, really nasty for this team. How will they be able to overcome this season of problems in which they've entered? It will take them time. Honda have said they are committed to make sure they get it right, but to me, I'm not seeing any commitment from the side of Aston Martin for them to make it work, because if Honda is going to trade a lot of things, they too should be able to trade and see how they can make the car really work, because they need the car to work. If the car is not working, they're not performing. Cadillac has their espionage and they were unable to run optimally. This is the start of a new season. Everybody would get to understand and get it better. The winners of today, I think, Ferrari being able to run their 2 cars simultaneously, Mercedes running their 2 cars simultaneously. In FP1, we had Avril Lindblad had issues with his Red Bull powertrain. Verstappen almost had the same issue in FP2, and they were able to get through it. But I think these are learning courses for them. They need to get through all these little mishaps, and they get through it, they become a stronger team and they can push forward. But it's not going to be easy for all these teams. Not at all. It's not going to be easy. This is a new season, new technology, new technical directives. Thank God that there are no shakedowns. A lot of teams will just start breaking down in the first race, second, third race. They will break down like crazy. But the shakedown, I think, it has helped, and it will reduce or mitigate all the meltdowns that these teams might face in the future. But it's going to be a very interesting one, because a lot of teams would be able to homologate those cars into making it work for the qualifying this morning. We're going to see probably who might win the race. But this race is looking like a Ferrari Mercedes Us race, not just qualifying side, but from what we are looking at, the Ferrari Mercedes McLaren Us race. I'm not taking Red Bull out of it. People saying Red Bull was sandbagging before, and me looking at that they might be sandbagging. It's looking like they are not really sandbagging. I think this is their true speed. And McLaren, Mercedes, Ferrari, who will take the pole, I can't say yet, but it's going to be a very interesting one. And you can see that Alpinto, they had a decent one, though Colapinto had a small issue in FP2, but was able to overcome it. So let's see how this comes in. But Audi, a great one for Audi. Perfect run. They've really leaned into it, and they came out stronger. It's a good one for them. Great job for us. And I hope today we will see much more strength in this team and how they can make this 2026 look very, very beautiful. This 2026 is going to be very interesting in Formula 1. You don't want to miss it. Catch you guys later. Bye. Hey, ooh, yeah.